From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides in the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Skyrim Zimik, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give you a glimpse of a country's diversity. All festivals in India are celebrated with great zeal and enthusiasm. Recently, the biggest cultural festival of Manipur's Thadou tribe was observed at the state's Kangpokpi town. Popularly known as Hun, the festival celebrates the rich heritage and traditions of the Thadou, which forms the second largest tribe in the state after Meitei.
Located about 45 km north of the capital city, Imphal, Kangpokpi is one of the most cleanest and picturesque towns of Manipur. Mainly inhabited by Thadou people, the town also plays host to Hun, the biggest cultural festival of the tribe. Celebrating the germination and sprouting of seeds sown in the fields that bring forth new leaves of life and hope, the festival was organized with the theme My Culture, My Identity this year.
It is a cultural and traditional heritage passed down by our forefathers like agriculture products. Let us also sow and reap our success through the hard work and dedication. As our theme, My Culture, My Identity. So I am very proud to call myself a true Thadou Chanu because I keep my own Thadou identity and cultural values intact. All identities are guided and guarded by certain cultural values which are shown in the form of our beliefs, practices, rituals, ceremonies, art and literature, tradition, customs, etc.
Decked in traditional attire, both girls and boys of Thadou tribe mesmerized the audience with their amazing dance moves during the event. Celebrating the rich heritage of the tribe, the festival was organized by Thadou Cultural Festival Committee under the aegis of Thadou NP, the apex body of the community. Signing time and season, Hun is also believed to be the time for people to acknowledge the existence of God and contribution of women in the society.
It is also a time when a family conducts religious acts so as to acknowledge the existence of God, the Creator, and firmly affirm the belief in Him. Good celebrations will also include acknowledgement of women folk for the hard work, bringing up the family and toiling hard in the paddy field. And on this occasion, the hard work of the women folk will be blessed by a priest.
The most interesting part of Hun 2021 was the beauty and brain competition among the Thadou youth, through which Mr. and Mrs. Thadou were chosen. Wearing traditional Manipuri costumes designed by the local designers, men and women walked the ramp with confidence, leaving the spectators spellbounded. Also known as Spring Festival, Hun also provides an opportunity to the people of Thadou tribe to bond with each other.
This Hun festival is an important festival of the Thadou tribe. We believe that celebrating this Hun will strengthen the bond of the brotherhood in the Manipur state. This festival also gives us the opportunity to examine our past and also the plan for the future. So I would love to celebrate this festival with a lot of joy, enjoyment with family and friends.
Held for just 2 days, when it was officially celebrated at the state level for the first time in April 2016, today Hun has expanded to a period of 7 days and has become a platform to bring peace and unity.
Almost each day is a festival in India, and it is quite commendable to see all Indians rejoicing and celebrating these festivals regardless of any religion, caste or community. A similar picture was witnessed in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir, where people of different communities celebrated the Sikh festival of Baisakhi together.
India leaves the entire world awestruck with its ability to be home to a number of different cultures and religions and imbibe them peacefully. During a number of occasions, people of various castes and communities could be seen gathered under one roof as a mark of brotherhood and bonhomie among them. A similar scene was witnessed in Poonch area of Jammu and Kashmir, where people of different religious communities came together to be a part of Baisakhi celebrations at Nagali Sahib Gurudwara.
दूर दराज से लोग जो नंगाली साहब में माथा टेकने के लिए आ रहे हैं। मैं आज सब हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख जो आज देखो आप एक पुंछ की रवायत बनी हुई है जहाँ हर मजहब के लोग यहाँ पर आकर नंगाली साहब में माथा टेकते हैं और सबको दिल के गहराइयों से मुबारकबाद देता हूँ।
Devotees of all faiths gathered at the Gurudwara in Poonch and offered their prayers to mark the auspicious occasion. As food plays a major role in uniting different faiths, a community kitchen or langar was also organized in which devotees of different faiths and backgrounds sat together and enjoyed the meal. This year, as Baisakhi, Ramadan and Navratri fell on the same day, an even more secular and profane picture of our country was witnessed.
एक बात जरूर कहना चाहूँगा कि आज बैसाखी है, आज पहला नवरात्रा है और कल से हमारा जो माह रमज़ान है वो भी शुरू होने वाला है। तो ये एक भगवान, एक खुदा, एक वाहिगुरु की एक कुदरत है कि इस बार जो हम नारा लगाते हैं हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख इत्तेहाद जिंदाबाद, तो वो इस बार भगवान ने भी चाहा, वाहिगुरु ने भी चाहा और खुदा ने भी चाहा और तीनों ये चीज़ें जो हैं एक साथ इकट्ठी हो रही हैं। तो एक बार फिर मैं बैसाखी की, माह रमज़ान की और नवरात्रों की सबको अपने दिल से शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
It is due to events and occasions like these that citizens of different castes and communities get a chance to come closer and learn about the traditional heritage of various cultures.
Now a round of some of the major stories that made news recently.
Indore Municipal Corporation has employed around 700 cities garbage pickers on its trenching ground, giving them hope for the future. Few years ago, when Municipal Corporation decided to do door-to-door garbage collection, it resulted in livelihood crisis for the city's garbage pickers as there was no garbage on the streets. But now these people are not just getting a proper salary, but also a provident fund facility and a health insurance for their family members. The credit of the initiative goes to Swachh Bharat Urban Mission that aims to skill rag pickers so that they can work in the organized sector. A Srinagar-based Soliha Shabir has added her name in India's world records as the youngest and first author in Jammu and Kashmir who has recreated the theme of Habba Khatun's poetry in her latest book, Zoon, the Heart of Habba Khatun. Zoon was the name of the 16th century Kashmiri poet and ascetic Habba Khatun when she was born.
I picked up Haba Khatun as one of the topics, there were two reasons. Haba Khatun was like one of the people, one of the persons जो आई थी from tradition. एंड दूसरी चीज़ ये थी कि मैं ज़्यादा हबा खातून के साथ कनेक्टेड थी. एज आई टोल्ड यू कि बचपन से ही मुझे हबा खातून के बारे में बोला जाता था. एंड आई वॉज ऑल्सो निक नेम्ड एज जून बाई माई फैमिली बिकॉज माई ग्रैंड मदर्स नेम वॉज जून एंड एवरी वन यूज टू कॉल मी Yichuzun. सो दैट हैड अ वेरी गुड इम्पैक्ट ऑन मी एंड alhamdulillah this is a result of that thing.
So far, the 22-year-old Shabir has written 3 books, the other 2 being In the Lawn of Dark and Obsolete, the Poem Market. While her first book is the compilation of 200 self-motivational quotes, the other book is a collection of poems.
Sufism has entrenched itself at the center of cultural and spiritual life in India. Dargahs of Sufi saints in almost every part of the country are the rich reservoirs of this tradition. During the Urs commemorations at the dargahs, a large number of people from various religions unite to pray for peace and harmony. Similar scenes were witnessed at the dargah of Hazrat Sheikh Dawood Sahib in Srinagar city of Jammu Kashmir, where the Urs of the saint was commemorated.
Wrapped up among the busy lanes of Srinagar city lies the dargah of Sheikh Dawood Sahib. Hundreds of thousands of pilgrims throng this dargah every day to bring forth the spirit of humanity and brotherhood among them. Recently, Urs or death anniversary of the Sufi saint was commemorated, which was attended by devotees of all faiths who offered their prayers to the Sufi saint.
ये हमारे जो बुज़ुर्ग साहब है शेख दाऊद साहब बतमालू जिनको बोलते हैं, यहाँ पे एक चीज़ है कि इनको किसी भी मज़हब के लोग इनको मानते हैं. ये हमारे बहुत ही मतलब बहुत नेक बुज़ुर्ग थे. आज इनका ख़ास बड़ा दिन माना जाता है, इसलिए यहाँ पे लोग बड़े एतिकादी लोग यहाँ पे आते हैं अपनी दुआओं के लिए. जिनको कोई मन्नत होती है तो मांगते हैं.
Enlightening the atmosphere of dargah during the Urs, prayers and hymns were sung in praise of Allah. As the saint used to serve food to the needy as his contribution to the society, devotees, especially those living near to the shrine, cook vegetables, eggs, sweets and other dishes on the day of Urs and invite their relatives for a feast. This feasting atmosphere can also be witnessed outside the shrine, where a number of people could be seen selling various eatables.
ये उर्स पाक हर साल होता है यहाँ पे, दूर दूर से लोग यहाँ पे आते हैं. हमारा बहुत सारा अकीदा, हमेशा हम इस पे डट के रहेंगे. हम यहाँ पे भी हर साल आते हैं, आज भी आए हैं अपने गुनाहों को तौबा करने के लिए.
The dargah of Sheikh Dawood Sahib holds great significance as it welcomes people of all faiths to seek oneness with God and has been acting as a symbol of communal harmony for ages.
And now we will meet Bhagyashree from Indore city of Madhya Pradesh, who has been cremating unclaimed bodies in a city and is inspiring everyone with noble endeavors. It's been said kindness is the greatest virtue. Acts of kindness stand above all other individual and global achievements by humans. The COVID-19 pandemic brought forth a number of heroes who stood tall even in the toughest of times by helping others and contributing their bit to the society. One such hero is Bhagyashree from Indore city of Madhya Pradesh, who has been helping people of the marginalized communities and cremating unclaimed bodies for the last few months.
मेरा महिला होना ना देखिए, मेरा काम देखिए, मुझे मदद करिए. ऐसे लोगों के प्रति आप मानवता निभाइए, क्योंकि हम भी मनुष्य हैं और मनुष्य को मनुष्य के प्रति संवेदनाएं होना चाहिए. मेरा महिला होना मेरे लिए गर्व की बात है कि ईश्वर ने जब मुझे जन्म का अधिकार दिया तो मुक्ति का क्यों नहीं.
Currently pursuing a PhD in archaeology, Bhagyashree is a social worker who has taken it upon herself to help those from marginalized and financially constrained communities and assist them in need. She works for those who are homeless and helps cremate bodies left on the streets or unclaimed by family. Bhagyashree says that the work of Amarjit Singh Sudan, who is also known as Father Teresa of Indore, inspires her. She was working with him for the last 5 years and after his demise decided to continue his noble deeds. Her husband Naveen Karkadia, who is a railway employee, is extremely supportive of her endeavours and also tries to contribute financially to Bhagyashree's noble endeavours.
बहुत से ऐसे लोग होते हैं जिनका परिवार ही नहीं होता है और अगर मैं ये सोचकर इन्हें पीछे कर लूँगा कि मेरे परिवार को खतरा होगा तो जिनका परिवार नहीं है वो लोग वैसे ही सड़क पर रह जाएंगे। इसी के चलते मैंने इनमें ये सबसे मेन तो ये देखा कि इनके अंदर वो भावनाएं हैं कि दूसरे लोगों के लिए काम करने की बहुत ज़्यादा इच्छा थी इनके अंदर, इसलिए मैंने इनका हमेशा सपोर्ट करा। और कई केसेस ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें मेरे पास समय रहता है, अगर ड्यूटी पे मैं नहीं होता हूँ तो मैं उन केसों में इनके साथ जाता हूँ और अगर मैं ऑन ड्यूटी रहता हूँ तो मैं जहाँ तक हो सकती इनकी हर प्रकार की वहाँ से भी मदद करने की कोशिश करता हूँ, पैसों से संबंधित कोशिश करता हूँ और मुझे गर्व है सर कि मैं इनका पति हूँ।
Bhagyashree has helped the destitute and helpless all through the coronavirus lockdown but has been working more actively since the lockdown restrictions have been relaxed. Next, we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our new edition, World in Focus. In a changing global scenario, more people are choosing bicycles over other forms of transport. Mountain biking is a thrilling sport that is loved by many adrenaline junkies who love to spend time outdoors in nature. Bringing about a biking revolution, Yamaha has decided to use its expertise of making both motorbikes and e-bikes to create new mountain flagship e-bike. An outdoor event was held to showcase new mountain e-bike models as well as give a guest a chance to test ride these bikes and experience the off-road adventure.
こちらのモデルの特徴なんですけども、ハイスペックな、マウンテンバイクに、e バイクの要素、こちらの方、フロントサスペンションに加えて新たに、弊社では初めてなんですけどもリアにも、クッションをつけてきております。で、過去のモデルなんかよりもかなり、このクッションのストロークですね、長めのものを用意しておりますので、よりハードな路面のところへ行っていただいても安定した走りを、得られることができます。
このモデルはですね、今まで便利剤っていうような電動アシスト自転車ではなくて、乗って楽しむというものになっておりまして、今回発表させていただきましたのは、前後にサスペンションを持ったよりスポーティーなフラッグシップモデルというのが特徴になります。
Japanese technology is keen and dedicated to add comfort to daily life by introduction of new and innovative products that help in keeping the environment clean along with giving an opportunity to enjoy. Next, we take you to Ishikaki Island, which is located in southern West Japan and is famous for its emerald sea and picturesque views. However, monsoon has been a challenge for agricultural production on this island, but with the help of technology and monitoring systems introduced by Panasonic Corporation, the island is now producing fresh vegetables and fruits. Equipped with a real-time monitoring system, carbon dioxide, humidity and light sensors, an intelligent greenhouse has been developed to solve environmental problems and produce healthy edible crops.
こちらはですね、アジアモンスーン植物工場システムという、プロジェクトで、建てた栽培ハウスということになります。でこちらの方は日本語で言うと担当ハウスと言ってるんですが、いわゆるかまぼこ型とですね、細長い、いわゆるビニールハウスという形になっています。しかしながら中はですね、かなりハイテクないわゆる環境制御と呼ばれるものがありまして、それがまたクラウドですね、につながってですね、 日本のどこからでも、もっと言うと世界離れたとこからでもですね、この中の状態を知ることができて、しかも環境制御ですね、環境制御あって見ていただきますが、そういうことができるという仕組みが入っています。
A seminar was also held to introduce technologies that achieve cultivation of fresh fruits and vegetables in hot and humid areas all year round by using a cloud-based integrated environmental control system. A mobile film festival held in Tunisia is helping the emerging filmmakers from Africa to share their talents and stories within the world. Held for the first time in North Africa, around 51 films from 23 African countries were screened during the festival. Three amateur Tunisian filmmakers won awards for Best Screenplay, Best Documentary and Best Staging.
شاركت في الكومبيتيشن موبايل فيلم فيستيفال افريكا بفيلم اساندر. C'est un film de 2 minutes كيما الافلام الكل بيان سور في الكومبيتيشن مصور بالتليفون افيك دو مويان سامبل على الاخر. الفيلم يحكي على ديفيرونس بين العباد والاختلاف كيفاش ينجم يكون هو سبب انه السوسيتي هذيك تموت ولا تندثر وانها تكون ما عادش موجوده. دونك هذا التيم جينيرال نتاع الفيلم.
Films were just 1-minute videos shot with mobile phones and were based on subjects related to women, ecology, human rights, history, politics, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Bustling New York City may not seem a bee-friendly place, but its high-rise rooftops and tiny gardens are buzzing with honeymakers nowadays. Kote, who founded Andrew's Honey, drive up from Georgia to deliver the bees in a white van that contain around 200 wood and screen packages, each with about 12,000 bees. A steady stream of beekeepers lined up to pick up their 3 LB packages, which cost $159 or $205 depending on when they place their order.
You need pollinators. A third of what you put in your mouth needs a pollinator. So it's important for pollinators to be prevalent in the environment. And in the city, believe it or not, bees do well because there's less pesticides generally. So it's better if you live in the country or live on a farm, which is where I'm from. I used to be a farmer. So you have to fight the pesticides and the monoculture. Having a lot of variety is wonderful for bees. That's what they like. They like a varied diet.
The number of urban beekeepers has grown quickly, with many hives now found on the rooftops of skyscrapers and office buildings. New York legalized beekeeping in 2010 and has hundreds of registered hives, according to the Department of Health. That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Give us your feedback at myindia@anin.com. I'm your host, Skyrim, and it's goodbye from the entire production team.